Hi, I'm AJ from Megan AJ, and today I'll be showing you how to make two different kinds of tissue paper flower. First, I'll be making this flower that looks like it's sitting on a lily pad. Second, I'll be making a flower that looks like this. It has a stem and everything. Okay, so first I'll be making the one that looks like it's on a lily pad. So what I'm going to do is, for my color, I'm going to use green on the lily pad part. So I'm taking 3 pieces that look like this. Doesn't really matter the size as long as it's a rectangle. And I stack them down on top of each other. Like this. And then after that, I take my pieces of pink for the flower part and stack them on top of the green. But you want to try to get it in as neat as possible as you can. I'm doing 5 pieces of pink, but you can kind of pick how much pieces you want depending on the size of your flower. So next you turn it sideways like this and you grab the bottom section. Well, I need to make mine a little neater. So you grab this and you turn it over like this. Fold it a little down. And you go to the other side and fold some down. And then flip it over and go back to the first side. Keep folding it accordion style. Try to fold it pretty neat if you can. And now that I'm at the end, I'm just gonna push it down. And then I'm taking my string. I'm just using orange. It doesn't really matter what color you use because you don't really see this. And then I want to tie a knot right in the middle of this and wrap it all the way around this. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece because then you can get it on there easier. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do another knot to make sure it stays in, and then I'll just do one more because I did 3 so it stays in better and doesn't unravel on this next step. Okay, I want to push it down and try to center it in the middle of this, see? And then I just cut the extra string. Okay, and then what I do is you fan this out, no wait, okay. Now what you do is before you open it, you take scissors and you cut the end here to try to round it off to come out better. And then you do it up on the other side too. Then you fan this out. And then you start on one side and you take the very top piece of pink paper, if you did pink like me, and then you gently pull it up so it doesn't rip, like this, and kind of spread it out around here and pull it all the way up. And then you go over and do the exact same thing with the top piece on the other side. And then you go back to the first side and take the next first layer and gently pull it up. You want to make sure it gets all around so it's not like so the flower is covering every part. And you go back to the other side, the second side, and gently pull up the second layer. And then you go back to the first side you used and pull up the third layer. And you go back to this side and pull up the next layer. And go back to the other side and gently pull up this layer. Okay, I'm going back to now the last pink layer on this side. Now this side. I'm just going to kind of push it up so it looks really nice. And then here it is. See, this one's a little smaller than my first one, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. It's kind of whatever you will. Okay, so there's your lily pad tissue paper. Next, I'll be making this, okay? So I'm doing yellow for my colors. So I'll take my yellow pieces and I'll lay them down like just like I did on my first video. Like this. Stack them one on top of each other. As neat as I can. Okay, just like this, see? And then I turn this sideways and take up the edge here and fold it over, and then flip the entire thing and fold this side over. You want to make sure you line it up so you're folding the same amount every time. But it's kind of the same as the other file for these first few steps. Okay, there you go. So now I take my string and cut a piece out. Then I go ahead and take it into the middle of this, just like I did on the last flower. And I want to go ahead and tie a knot on here. I'm terrible at tying knots on this. It's so hard with this tiny string for me. Oh, here it went. Okay, now I'm doing one more knot to make it 3, so then it stays perfectly. Because if you don't do too many knots, it may come undone and it's like super annoying. Okay, now I'm pushing it down to the middle. Right, there you go. And then I'm going to cut my extra string. Now I want to okay, I'm pushing it down just. Now I want to fan out my sides. And then I start with this side and I take my first piece and pull it up gently. All the way up, but make sure you're really careful. And if you want to make the edges neater like that, you can cut the edges like I did on the first one. So I'll go back just to show you. So I'm just going to push it back together real fast just to show you. You don't really have to do this, but it makes it look better. And then you gently trim the edges like this around. Okay, I'll just push this back in to show you. I just do this because it makes it look a lot neater. I'm going to loosen this back out. And then I'll go back to the first side and gently pull it up again. Yeah, I'm going to go back to this side and gently pull this up. Go back to this side and gently pull the next layer. And then go back to the other side, pull up the next one. See, it's really pretty simple to do. And then go back to this side and pull up the next layer. Go back to this side and pull up the next layer. Yeah, I accidentally grabbed it. Make sure you only grab one layer at a time because you have to take it back and fix it. Sometimes they get stuck together. Okay. And go back to this side and pull up this side. Go back to this side. Okay, now you're on the last layer, so you want to try to push it up nicely so it looks better. Okay, so I got the flower pot. So now I'm going to take, I'm using a green stem. You don't have to, but I just use a green stem because then it looks best like a flower. And then I like to do this after. I like to do this after it's pushing up. And then I take it and put it around the middle where I tied the string. This goes over the string I tied it originally. And then I just twirl this around like this. Twist it around like that. And then I go, oops. And I go back and fluff it my flower to cover where I put the stem. And there you have it. Pretty tissue paper flower, just like the others. And that's all you have to do, really. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and like our channel. Thank you.